discussing some more specific areas affecting the building and construction industry in terms of the implications and the opportunities. One is VAT exemption. So no VAT on land, no VAT on sale of real estate, and rent is exempted from VAT. Some of these were areas of controversies in the past. What we've done in the reform bills is to make them very clear so there is no debate, because sometimes even when you are right and it's not clear, you may spend 10 years in court trying to find out. So those problems will be behind us. Stamp duties. There's exemption on stamp duties for rents that is below 10 million naira a month. So if you're paying rent, which is what many people would do because they don't own a house, you won't have to pay stamp duties unless you're a rich person who is paying a lot. It's not like we are punishing rich people, it's just that they have better ability to pay. Then capital gains tax is exempted on the sale of your dwelling house. So if you have a dwelling house that you are selling, sometimes when you sell a dwelling house, it's not a good thing. It might be because of circumstances. So we don't want you to be paying capital gains tax. Withholding tax on construction, maximum of 2%. So which means the rate is very, very significantly reduced. Although this will not apply to some of the services. You know, there's a lot of services in your sector as well. Some of those sector services are considered to be professional services and they will attract a higher rate. There's priority sector incentive. So we identify sectors that we believe should be priority to Nigeria, and then we've introduced some incentives for those sectors to grow in a very meaningful way. And one of the sectors included is building materials. So this priority sector incentive is biased towards manufacturing, not so much of services. Again, because as a country, we need to prioritize producing things more than anything else. So we have that, and then the land reform. So this aspect of our reform is still ongoing. So we are discussing with the subnational, you know, they're the ones that own the lands. We're discussing with them on how to ensure that we have proper land reform to enable activities in the build sector. Why is it so complicated to get title to land, do land transaction? You know, so if you go and buy land in Lagos, for example, you start praying to God that they've not sold it to 5 people at the same time. You know, those things constrain our ability to grow. So we believe as we're able to open up the space and do land reform, there will be more activities in the building and construction sector, and by extension, it will positively impact on the whole economy.
Keep a date with Housing Development Program every week on AIT. Housing Development is the first and pioneer housing program in Nigeria and by extension, Africa. It remains the authentic voice of the Nigerian housing and construction industry. Housing Development is the only credible and specialized platform for seasoned professionals in the build industry, where quality and credible players in the real estate sector meet to interact, showcase, and analyze government policies. It is no doubt that hundreds of thousands of prospective Nigerians who desire to own their personal properties have done so through the assistance of Housing Development Program in the last 10 years. If you are a stakeholder in the build industry, here is where you must be. We are authentic, credible, and supported by all the leading professionals in the build industry. Housing Development on AIT.